So, hi, thank you so much for taking time for coming on. So, if you can introduce yourself and let us know the name of your children, what is your family background, a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Hashmat and she's Mihaela. We're like kids of David and Tobias who both are with the Cyboard. Okay, see, I do work. She's a homemaker. Okay, after we had the kids, she left the job. She was working. Uh, Now she's completely taking care of the family. Okay, and I keep traveling.
Okay.
My job is like that. But my kids, like one is in grade three with Cyboard, completely like with Cyboard from the beginning. And the second one, Tobias, he's also with Cyboard in grade one. That's it.
So, David and Tobias both have been with us. David has been with us for 3 years, and Tobias joined in a little later. Uh, Eventually, when you joined us, when you joined the Cyboard School, where did you find us from?
See, actually, Cyboard, it came, during the COVID
Yeah.
period only. Okay, so I had got David admitted. Actually, even the Tobias, I got them admitted in a physical school that time. But and it was the same year when the COVID, when we had to take a break because of the COVID. In February, I got him admission in the school, and from 20th March, because the schools were about to start in April.
Yeah.
2020, and after that we didn't have options. So the school which was there, because every school then started coming online. Okay, but somehow the school which they were admitted in, somehow they didn't like uh, cope up with it. Okay, they didn't maybe like how the school was working or whatever. Even I was also confused. Actually, everyone had that of like how the schools will work, because the online schooling concept is very new in India, I would say, and still people are afraid. Somehow they have the hesitation in sending their kids to the online school, and same thing was with me also. But even the schools didn't know, the physical schools, they didn't know like how to go about it, how they will be able to continue with the schooling for a long time, online schooling. And then I started searching on an online school which will be like completely online. Okay, because you cannot step on two boats. Okay, the you should be having like an expertise in it, then you can maybe you will be able to do better. So the same time I was like, I kept searching for the online school, and I came across Cyboard online school. Okay, and I saw, like, I kept exploring what I read about it. Okay, it was a new school. Okay, but when I see it's in Gurgaon, because I stay in Gurgaon only, so I thought, okay, I can walk up to the school anytime to the management. Okay, wherever if I face any problem. That was one reason. Okay, another, I thought, let's give it a try. Okay, anyway, schools are online this time, so there is no loss in it.
Right.
Okay, I do it in a physical school, but they're also teaching online. Then, or even if I do it in complete online school, so there was I was in no loss, and even the fee structure, that was very reasonable. Okay, so I felt it's very okay, because in physical school they were teaching online, and the fees I had paid a lot. Okay, that was a huge fee.
Yeah.
And same thing was happening with the, with Cyborg, the same pattern of the education like the physical school, and the fees was very low. So that was one of the main reasons I put them there, because that was a trial. For first year, I would say it was a trial for me, because I didn't have experience about the online schools. Okay. But thankfully, it went very well. So I chose to continue, and for next year, I admitted my another kid also, Tobias. Now he's also with the cyber.
So, like you said, this is a trial that you took up and you thought that everything is online. So let me also try it online. whenever we do some trial, we also have a lot of inhibitions in our head.
Right.
So, what was those inhibitions that you had, and did they really, came to true, or they were gone away with time? What inhibitions that you had eventually when you thought of getting online?
See, when I got David admitted in this online school, see, before this COVID, my wife, she always used to say, I want homeschooling for my kids. We used to talk with our friends about homeschooling, but there were hardly the options available. Uh, the reason why she was looking for the homeschooling, even I kept listening to her, okay, and I even got the interest in sending them to online school. One thing, when we travel every day, there is a lot of heat outside. Okay, so I see, kids coming every day from the school. They are completely wet. Okay,
Drenched
and
out,
they're
right?
being tired. They were like, walking dead.
Yeah.
So that thing I didn't want with my kids. Like they don't travel somewhere. They don't go in the sun outside in the heat. I see like kids fainting around. Okay, and then a lot of crime I see in the school. The crime rate in the schools, what I've seen in the NCR and physical schools, uh, that was one of the main concerns I was looking for the homeschooling. Okay. And when I opted for this cyber school, this was like, okay, so because the trial I took first year, I thought if the trial goes okay, then I can continue with it. And when the cyborg was started, okay, I had read about the cyborg, their vision, okay. I thought they would be, maybe they'll do something better. The vision was actually, it was, excited. Okay, so I thought let maybe if they cope up with the vision. Yeah, right.
So do you think that we have been able to cope up with the vision in a longer way? I mean, to some extent.
Yes, if you had not, maybe I would not have continued with the cyber. Because see, the trial went like 3 years now. And these are the like beginning 3 years of studies for my kids. So let's see how it goes. This year also, like we will definitely go with the cyber. Okay, because seeing the trend for last 3 years. Okay, so you are living to the vision and you are also growing and you have made a lot of changes. Okay, what I have seen in the cyber, what I see in cyber school on a daily basis, like you adopt things, you adopt the policies, the government policies, like now has came the NEP. Okay, that also, there are like, the school, the Indian government, they keep changing, they keep upgrading. And I've seen the Cyboard is also upgrading. Okay, the education system, we need to upgrade the education system. Okay, so that is what I like about the Cyboard.
Great, thank you so much. Uh, what is the change that you have seen in David and Tobias both? Because when they started with us, and as children grow over the time, there's a lot that changes. What are specifically some changes that you have seen with them, both with David and Tobias? And I know you take care
Yeah.
of education part a little more, so I would kind of,
Yeah, sure. Actually, I can say they are on their own now. They are responsible for the homework, every kind of, actually, it's everything happening online. But for how to say, applying the homeworks, everything David is doing on his own. And actually, I can say they grow much. The learning level is I say, going very well. They are actually, I can say, grow, that I am sometimes even surprised, even with the questions which David is telling me, like, do you know that, do you know that? And I'm sometimes even surprised how you know that, how it came to that question, and then he say, I learned it from the class. So I'm actually, I must say, very happy. And one more thing, which is actually, I can say, amazing, because every physical school, what I'm hearing around, everyone is doing the tuitions after the school, which with Cyboard, Definitely not. We are not taking any tuitions. The kids are improving very, very well, and that is only what is the homework by the school. Nothing, no any tuitions is required
Oh,
after the school.
that's such a respite to know.
Yeah.
Because when we had a vision that Sir was talking about, one thing that we had very clear was we don't want children to go for tuitions. So we firmly believe that if children have to go for tuitions after school, that means there's something potently wrong in way we are teaching in our classrooms, because it is the responsibility of the school at core to ensure that children learn the concepts well at this. And like you were telling about David and Tobias, David is a child who really has a very clear understanding. Even when he's talking to you, and I was having a conversation with David, he is very clear and concise, and he knows how to put his things up. I really want to ask you one thing, because this is something that you must have, I'm sure, observed. I know they both are excellent at their linguistic skills, their language skills are really well. When they talk to people which is in the social setup outside the school, maybe your family, your friends, what is it that you have observed there? How, especially with David, because I know Tobias is still young and he loves playing and is a bit naughty, so I relate to that. But what is it that you have observed? Are they socially well off? Can they interact with people? Are they how does it go there?
Uh, I would like to answer this. Tobias, if you see, he's very social. Okay.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, like, he like to, play with the elders. Okay. He don't like the kids. I don't know why. Okay, but he's very social.
Right.
Okay. Uh, David, because he is not so social. I would say you have to tell him, okay, go talk to the people. But he would like to play with the people who he knows. Okay, he has the friends. He has his own circle. Like, we go trekking and everything. Okay, whatever the kids he meet on a daily basis, then he gets very social. But on the first point, he will not be so social. He will not be so interactive.
Yeah.
Okay, but with his friends, he is very active.
Very active.
Yes.
And also, I have seen in David, and you will be the right people to tell me on this more. David puts his points down very logically. That's what I've observed with him. So, is this the same logic that he uses with both of you also at home?
Yes.
Yeah. He's a very logical child, if I see. So, is that a change that has come with him over the years, or was it from beginning? But
No, it was not from the beginning. In last maybe 2 years, 1.5 years, we have seen this kind of change in him. Okay. He will talk even sometimes, I as a parent, even I also think sometimes what should I talk. If I talk something, he will do some other way. Okay, I also have to think before talking to him, because he will ask you the questions which you will not have the answer for. And he observes very well everything. You talk to him, it's not just his, hearing it, he's listening it. He's listening it very carefully, and he can ask anything out of that. He observes everything. Whatever you do, he will have the question in each and everything. He observes. So I think he learned it in the school or how, but that is something which also I like about it. Again, I hope the Tobias maybe learns from him.
So, I remember while we were discussing in the beginning, you told about that you also had to see that there was a huge difference in the fee structures. So, generally, as a human psyche, when we are picking something and it's in a lower fee or a lower, amount, we try to compare and say this might not be as good as the other because of the money involved. Uh, do you think at any place of the time in the last 3 years, this fee structure, which we have always tried to keep in control, has helped you, in your social life, has helped you in understanding your, family matters better, or you have been able to travel more? Has that been of any help to you?
Obviously, see, the money always, wherever it is saved, it will always help you somehow. Okay. You obviously save a lot on the education if you like. I would say about myself, Okay. Uh, when I had put them, both them got admitted in the physical school, Avid and Tobias, the amount of fee which I had paid for the first quarter, including the admission fees, I think that was the fee for 2 years for the in Cyboard. Okay.
Okay.
And there was a huge difference in it because what I pay here annually, including the including all fee, books, admission, annual tuition fees, everything. Okay, that was I think maybe my quarterly fees for the school.
Okay.
So obviously, if it is spent less and you get the same benefit out of it, what you expect, so it's better you save it.
Right. Would also like to know, I'm sure you're meeting a lot of friends and you meet your family members. What do people around you feel about online school?
See, people, there is still, that thinking in the mind of people. Okay, they are still thinking that it's better. Physical school is always an option you should have. Okay, because see, wherever I talk to the people, some change. Okay? I had a friend colleague. She was I was just talking about. She one day asked me which school your kids go. Okay, I said they do online schooling. Online schooling? But the schools not open now, schools are completely physical. I said, no, I had not put them in the physical school. So this is the online school and they go in the online school only. She said, tell me more about it. I said, look, why are you so much interested? Then I heard that she was struggling with her kid, okay, for quite a lot. And her kid, I think he was in a sixth grade or something. Uh, and that time I think he was till fifth grade.
Okay.
6 or 7 something he was. I said, see, bro, in which grade is your kid? She said he is in I think 7 or something. Actually, one class higher than
What we were having that time.
I said, see, Cyboard is still sixth grade. She said, I would put him. I would give a try, but I want him to get the interest in the schooling.
Right.
He was not interested. She then admitted her kid in the Cyboard, one grade lower, and she thanked me later. Okay, one day she said, "Hey, you saved my life." I said, "What? How?" She said, "Now my kid is very much, interested in the school. He does it online in Cyboard." But I think later, what happened? Maybe they've changed it because they wanted to put him in the physical school. They took him back from the physical school only just to
Right.
get the interest in the education, and that interest he got in the Cyboard school.
That's something that's I think it's a huge achievement for us as a school because just getting to know that people move from a physical school to online school because you wanted the child to get interested in education is in itself an achievement, and that's something we want to aim. I want to understand from you, education for a very long time has been seen as reading and writing, right? And we are preparing our children from 10 years from now or 15 years from now. Uh, you must have seen them doing a lot of project work and a lot of presentation and a lot of activities. You think it helps them, or you believe, or what's your opinion on that? Just wanted to know that.
Definitely it helps because they are actually learning much new things. Their creativity is growing in that level. They must, how to say, in some project, find solution, how to do, how it will be the best thing to make it. Actually, definitely that is opening to thinking beyond the classroom. So that is definitely, I can say much better than like just only reading and writing, something like that. Definitely the project's works is working great for the kids.
Great for the kids, great. Uh, I also want to understand from you because now they're saving a lot of time on not traveling in the morning. They're getting their meals on time and everything, and their health is in a good place. What do they do in evening time to just make sure that their social skills remain updated? What is David and Tobias, both of them, doing in the evening
See, Da- David, he is, he does badminton in the evening hours. Okay, sometimes he does it in the morning because he has a time in the morning and in the evening as well. That he likes. Tobias, he still doesn't like to play any physical game, any physical. Like he's not still interested in any physical activity. Ask him to let's go in the park. He doesn't like that. Okay, that is something with him, but I'm sure he will change with the time. David doesn't. He does it. He likes the trekking. Even Tobias, he also likes the trekking. We do trekking on the weekends.
Okay.
Yes. David likes it. Tobias likes it. Both. But the games, you know, David likes it.
Like, so he's having his friends in the evening.
Yes,
and
he
he's-
has. He makes the friends every day there. In the badminton academy, he does it. As I said, he will not open up in the beginning. Okay, till the time he don't see how the person is. Okay, shall I make him the friend or shall I talk to him? Okay, he then only interacts with
He's
him.
a highly observant child, I must
Yes,
say.
yes.
Yes, definitely. And it's also good. It's a skill that we learn as adults.
Yes.
Sometimes as adults also we do not kind of learn to differentiate and we just throw ourselves out to people and then over the years we learn how to make better friends and a that kind of thing. Um, I'm sure they both are very independent, but I still want to know from you, are they able to function independently in their classes? And
Yes.
especially when it comes to doing their work at home, how independent are they in that?
David is completely about he's not asking any kind of help, not for the any kind of homework, not for the project. He's uploading his works on his own. He's actually doing everything on his own, and I must say it's great because I'm just like sometimes background, but that's it. I'm sometimes like what you must do, and he's telling me I must do now that, I must do must that. But it's actually how to say he that independence, that confidence. He was not like that in the beginning, but definitely he grew with Cyboard. I can say that, and he was very shy in the beginning. He was not the child who will raise their hands like many kids. They are raising their hands, they want to answer and that. He was only observing and he was very shy. But when he see that comfort zone with the teachers, how the teachers are approaching to him, on the way, how they're speaking with him, he has so much confidence, and I think he's now speaking so freely without any like fear or something. And then I can say big thanks to the cyber because he really grow in every way.
Yeah, so today, well, I was sitting with David and we were having that conversation and I was taking feedback from him from the classes. Uh, the way he was giving me pointers, when he clearly talked about the lab activity or he talked about the club and he asked me why I can't do this and why we need to wait for that long. That shows that he does all of it on his own because he was really clear. It wasn't coming from you or from you, it was coming directly from the child. So that means he has a very clear vision and he had his questions ready that he wanted
Yeah,
to
true.
pop out to me. So I think that's a beautiful conversation I had with him. I would like to ask you, and because you have been with us for such a long time, what are your suggestions, that we can really bring down for our children in the coming session that you feel that can further help us out, make it little better for children? What is it that you're really looking for?
Okay, one thing I would like to say, like David already gave you one suggestion. Okay,
Yeah.
so that they can socialize with.
Yeah.
See, actually, I don't see the problem in the education system with Cyboard's education system. Okay, the problem is because see what everybody thinks why people still don't choose online schooling. It's only because they want a social connect. So they have the fear somewhere that maybe they will lose the social touch. Okay, I would say like you should like you do picnics, you do physical picnics every week. It will not be able possible for you to do it so frequently, but try to maybe include more picnics or maybe the gatherings, what they can do somewhere, or little often, nothing.
We can increase the frequency of the
Frequency.
picnics or the gatherings that they do in any way. Okay. Anything else? One suggestion that I did got from David was that give us at least 1 or 2 periods in a week, which only where we children sit and talk, and no teacher
Yes.
interferes, which is a beautiful suggestion. And something that I would really like to do immediately with effect. Anything else other than that you feel can be add on and can help out?
See, yes, you are doing great. So
Yeah.
Great. And the last thing that I want to know, I'm very sure that you guys are going ahead with us the coming year as well. But if there is one thing that you have to pick up and say that this is one area where my child has progressed the best in school, and this is one area where he needs more help, what will be that?
It is now very hard to say. I think what is about David, there is no any subject he need help. It's actually, I must also say that now what the Cyboard have with Erasmus Plus, that reading app, that is actually I think amazing thing, because with that starts and that what can do with that is something more engaged and in the reading mode. And because the option is not only reading, it's the first is the listening. I think that is for the kids for the first grade is amazing thing. No, I even with the Tobias who is in the first grade, there is no thing that I am engaged in anything that he need a help. He is doing everything on the classes on his own, because the teacher, what is in the online school? First, the parent have that possibility, you can see what is going on in the classroom, which in the physical school you don't know anything about it. What is going on? Is your child is able to answer? Is the teacher asking your child or not asking? So it's everything what the feedback you're getting from the child when he reach home, and from the teacher. Maybe I don't know how much is going on in the physical school, but online school I can say he is doing on his own, because the teacher is there for every child. If there is the children who are reading very well in the first grade, there is still the kids who don't read very well, but there is no anyone, how to say, now suffering I must say, or something, or the kids who don't know to read, because the teacher is taking the time. Like today in the class, the kids who are not reading well, they are reading today. Tomorrow the kids who don't have the reading issues, they will read tomorrow. So there is no anything like the kids are feeling like, yeah, something like that. It's equal. I can say the equal, and only I can see the kids are improving much. It's not any like now online school. It's there's something not possible to learn more or something like that. No, not at all.
Great.
Actually, every child have that like feeling that teacher is only for me there. It's not like you have the classroom, the much kids is in the class, but you don't feel that like in the physical school. Like in the physical school, if you are sitting in the last bench, you will maybe be last noticed by the teacher, even you are raising the hand. But in the online school, that is the huge benefit. The teacher is in front of your child. He is watching the teacher. So teacher is like feeling only for him there. So that is definitely the benefit of online school.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. And for me as a head of the school, I think the more suggestions I get from you, the more feedback I get from the parents, that opens the doors for us to keep on doing it better. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.